Hey guys, so I'm back with another video. This time I'm going to be making a very quick melee tutorial. It shouldn't be too long. I'll just kind of show you guys my gear and a couple of clips of some fights that I recorded today. Um, but pretty much this is my tune. These are my stats. I have no buffs on. I took them off so I could show you guys some raw stats. My tune is pretty much made up of stamina, haste, and resilience. I don't have any PvE gear on. I have PvE gear, but I don't really use it. I don't do a lot of PvE. I simply find PvE boring and repetitive. It's not, it doesn't give me that rush that PvP does. That's why I don't do it very often. I do it on some other tunes, but on this specific tune, I most definitely do not. As you can see, I have everything stacked up with everything PvP needed. I don't use any attack power. I don't use any strength gems. I don't use any of that. I simply don't find that I need it. The difference in damage is not that much, especially with my haste gems allowing me to cast a lot faster. I don't think that I really need it. So far it's worked out for me. I have had a lot of people who have said that I glitch or that I hack because I'm not supposed to be able to do this much damage with this kind of gear, which is why I'm making this video so people can see that I don't hit very high, but I do hit very fast. My technique is mostly focusing on every class. I play every class, so I know when certain spells are going to be used. So I know when to be able to cast my silences and my stuns. Stargazers are probably the easiest to kill, no offense, but for Stargazers, a Stargazer can run as much as he wants, but once his shields are up and he has nothing left, they're pretty weak. The cooldown for the shields take quite a bit. I mean, 30 seconds for you to be able to shield yourself again. That kind of stuff is pretty insane. But as you can see for this mage right now, he's currently using one of his last shields, which is immortal. Once he's used that, I pretty much chase him and hit him until he dies. And, that shield pops and he's gone. So other melees use a lot of T7. I love T7. I love to set bonuses, and it definitely increases damage quite a bit. But personally, I believe that if you know how to use your bruising properly as a melee, you won't really have to worry about it. When you run with a Stargazer, if you know how to bruise properly and know to time your rotation, bruising, you can do bruise, 2 Mantis Q Jolt, and then bruise again, and then you will have more than enough to just keep using that rotation over and over again. If you run with a Stargazers hit hard as it is. Imagine with bruising, just like you do in PvE gear, you run with a melee so that your DPS gets boosted. It's the exact same case in PvP for me. A lot of times I run with monk heals. Monk heals provide a lot of stunts, and they have a lot of stamina, so they're not easy for my enemy to be able to kill them while I kill their healer. In this specific scenario, Pain is a great melee. He's got plenty of stamina and resilience, but I think he uses way too much critical gems and way too much PvE gear. That is one of the reasons why he can't kill my healer. Is my healer can run pretty quickly and he knows how to shield himself. As a melee, it doesn't matter how hard you hit, because if they shield themselves, all of your spells go down the drain. And if you don't know this, and if you don't play melee, every time you attack, we have a mana bar. That blue bar above my my HP bar, that is my mana bar. And my mana is pretty much what I cast spells with. Once I've run out of mana, I cannot cast any more spells. And if you don't, the only way for you to be able to regain your mana is to hit a critical, which is why a lot of people say that critical gems are pretty important. I agree to a certain extent. I have a trinket that regains my mana, and I also have mana potions. So it's not something that I need too badly. But to a certain extent, I do have one, I think maybe 2 level 4 critical gems in there just in case. I have all of my legendary gems, and they provide plenty of critical buffs as well. But now I do have to say that mana is probably one of the downsides to not using a lot of PvE gear. Is you don't crit quite as much, so your mana regenerates a lot slower than most others. I do believe that the mana regeneration is broken, and that needs to be addressed and fixed, because mana is not just supposed to regenerate when you hit a crit. If you look at your masteries, mana is supposed to regenerate differently. I think that it's bugged. But oh well, I have the trinket and the potion, and I never have to use both, but if I ever need to, I have plenty of mana in reserve. I focus on my stuns. I watch for when the mages run, when they stop running, when they're casting, when they're about to morph me so that I can freewheel or use my trinket that freewheels me. Um, I have potions just in case I need them. I will very rarely need them. When I run with my partners know that I don't need healing for the first minute of the fight. I typically have plenty of shields. I have my water barrier shield, which cooldown is pretty quickly on. I have my rings on, my diploma rings, and I have the mastery from the 4 set of my S5, which provides me with like 20 or 30,000 armor value instantly, so it diminishes damage pretty quickly. It dodges a lot. So I usually tell my DPS that they can, or my healer that they can be DPS for the first few seconds of the fight, just to help me knock off the shields off the Stargazer, or to help me knock down a little bit of the HP of the healer so that I can kill them a little faster. I can usually withstand pretty long against most classes. Like I said, even though the highest crit that I've ever had is probably like 12k in the arena, I think I can still manage to kill most classes. Like I said, I would rather be able to stay alive much longer and cast than die pretty quickly because I'm wearing full T7 or 4 set T7. I would never wear that. I understand the elemental mages wear it. That's great. They hit pretty hard. Personally, I don't think that I need it with the haste that I have. As long as you get this rotation down pat and you're playing on a device that can handle the speed, I think that you will like this rotation. I'll make a video that's a little more thorough next time. But that's all, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time.